on admitting that U.S. and Israeli strikes, quote, badly damaged their nuclear facilities. Here is the foreign ministry spokesperson today.
Yes, our nuclear installations have been badly damaged, that's for sure, because it has come under repeated attacks by Israeli and American aggressors.
And then for Israel's part, they say that their assessment is that the strikes have set back Iran's nuclear program by, quote, many years. We know that intelligence by Israel in Iran has been very astute in recent weeks and months. So now President Trump saying that the United States and Iran will hold some discussions next week.
When I saw them starting to question the caliber of the attack, was it bad? Well, it was really bad. It was devastating. They obliterated. We destroyed the nuclear. In other words, it's destroyed. I said, Iran will not have nuclear. Well, we blew it up. It's blown up. The king.
Let me put that back up there. I think he's going to say to kingdom come. I almost forgot about that. Check it out.
Have nuclear. Well, we blew it up. It's blown up. The kingdom come. I think the war ended.
This one president, you got to admit, this one president, he has, I mean, it's not word salad, but it's part comical, very depictive, and you never are left doubting where he stands, unless he does deliberate. I was thinking last night after I did my videos, I was like, Pierce, you know what? I did that one decode when I literally put in every word that he said when he was talking about Iran and Israel going back and forth, and then he got mad at Israel and says, you know, between Israel and Iran, they don't know what the blank they doing. Remember that? Remember that video? And I said, you know what? If I'm right in my assessment, this man has a retention skill bar none. He literally had to phrase that thing just right. Now, I'm going to throw something at you guys because And I hate to go off the beaten path because I haven't even got into what the subject matter is. But people, you know what? I had this thought the other day, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to literally share with you. This here. Now, why am I going this way? People, I have a media background, and I have seen laugh tracks and other type of tracks, okay? And so I want you to listen to the president. Let me see if it's right here. Now, there's a point where I would go on record. Let me see here. A bit later, he was livid. I come up in here, but he's literally illustrated.
Yeah, Joey, do you understand that?
You know what? Let me just go to the actual, let me see. Trump delivers F-bomb. And I wonder, have you guys, I'm laughing because.
Look, you're asking me about women in the Middle East. It's getting a lot better. Things are happening at a high level. As you know, Saudi Arabia's done a really good job. It's coming out. You know, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs.
Okay, now watch this. I'm going to let this thing fly for a second. People, because I have done media background, my mind goes this way. What if I told you that last night, my mind went back to a point, this point right here. I'm like, Pearson, you know what? How come we didn't see the reporters? We heard them, but we didn't see them. And it sounded like there were reporters there at the beginning, then it sounded like a track. When I say a track, a pre-played, a pre-done moment where reporters asked questions and they played it for that moment. In other words, ain't nobody there. Okay, I'm gonna play this out. Listen, just listen to the background, listen to the people. And we might have to do this a few times. I want you to check it out.
Israel says that they violated the peace.
You're gutless losers. I say that to see
Does that sound like they're there? Listen again.
to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers.
Israel says that they violated the peace.
You're gutless losers. I say.
People, I'm telling you, last night, because, and the reason why it was in my subconscious, because when I got done with the video, I said, Pearson, that doesn't sound like real live voices for that moment. It sounds like a tape of voices. I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna put this in the description, and I want you to hear. You can go to any feed, because everybody and their mama got it, CNN, NBC, CBS, and maybe I'll do a live later on. You tell me what you think. Was this live, or was this a tape of voices asking a question? And is he pretending? And what got me was that when I did what I did, he literally, to me, memorized, and I decoded it. I'm gonna show you that as well. Listen.
The B2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really.
I think he's there by himself, talking, and then they play a tape of voices.
These networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers.
Israel says that they violated the peace.
You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people. And the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak.
Now I'm gonna, now he's gonna walk away, but he's gonna blast. We're gonna go on blast. Watch this.
And they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. Now, they basically have two countries.
That don't sound right, people. And I only saw one boom mic.
That have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Wow, and they have told a lot of people.
I only saw one boom. I only saw one boom mic. Those voices did seem like studio voices. Now let me. I know it might sound crazy to y'all, but I'm telling you, because I got the background in media. I'm telling you, this didn't. You never saw the people, right? You never saw the people. You never saw them.
I think everybody.
There's one there.
You urge both sides not to violate the ceasefire, but reports coming from the region suggest that the sides accuse each other for violating the ceasefire. So
I think
what
both violated it. I don't think it is, but they should not have done that, which I'd never seen before. Going out this morning, that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Wow, and they have told a lot of people.
I'm puzzled, but let me go back to what I was about to say. Now, this situation, how do you prove whether they were injured or not? The guy from Tehran said, yeah. Some folks say they don't. Trump blaming the media, saying bad reporting, fake news. We did, and we hit them good. Don't disrespect our pilots. Now, Mark 88 ran this a little while ago. Shout out to Mark. I'll put this in the description. This, I don't know what Trump is on, but he ran a video called Bomb Moran. Okay? Remember the song Bob Ran? They changed it with the Beach Boys. And it's called Bomb Moran. Bomb Moran. Now, because of copyright, I'm not gonna play it. Mark played it, but I'm not gonna take a chance. And we're gonna read the words. I looked, it's not in the public domain. That means it's not old enough for me to play it for copyright. So check it out.
What are you doing? Trump posted this on Truth Social. Trump posted this on Truth Social.
Look at that. I don't get it, people. I don't get it. Why would, this is worse than him doing the video a few months ago about Trump Gaza. He's having fun. Bomb. You should hear it. For those of you all who know the song, you know what I'm talking about. I'll put this in there, you can play it. Bomb, Iran.
He posted this on Truth Social.
Now, look at the words. Trump posted a video depicting bombing of Iran's nuclear facilities. Monitor X, okay? He put this out. Bomb Iran music video. Went to a mosque, gonna throw some rocks. Time to turn Iran into a parking lot. People, I cannot stress enough. We have politicians, not statesmen. I'm gonna make some people mad here, but I'm gonna just go there. We have politicians, not statesmen. Statesmen think 10, 15, 20 years down the track and how you're gonna relate to an international order. I think Trump thinks this is a business deal, that he can play with it and jerk it around. You can't act like this when you talk about bombing somebody's other country, because it's more than just going after the bad guys. There's an image of mothers and fathers and grandparents and a history there. What did I Google the other day? 90 million people. Where did they go when you think about it? Where did the 90 million people go? Let's look at this. How many people in Iran? 90 million? Look at that, 90 million people. We go from one story every day to another. Where in the hell did look, you got to ask the questions. Where did 90 million people go? They ran that story for what, 2.5 days? I ain't seen no follow-up. Not on the regular news. I would literally have to go international and find them. Where in the hell did 90 million people migrate? Do you understand? Watch this. What's the population of America? 340 million. So so divided by 3. We 3 times the size of them. 2 times, whatever. We 65, 70% bigger than them. Where in the hell would we go? We got 50 states. People, something don't seem right. The guy come out and said, yeah, you did damages. Where in the hell did these people go? We have to ask these questions. Now, they ran this. Bomb, Iran. And again, Trump can't act. Tell me how you feel. Trump cannot act like this. Because this is not play. This is not playtime with Barney. You're not at the beach with a sandcastle and you destroyed my battlefield in the sand at the beach. You understand? Am I coming across like an adult here? Bomb, 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 Iran. And I got some people would email me, Pearson, you know Trump didn't publish that. Just like he didn't publish Trump Gaza. He would never do nothing like that. Stop worshiping this man. Stop worshiping this man, people. He ain't denied he didn't do it. This stuff is out here. Come on, man. Tell me how you feel. Should he publish something? Can you imagine somebody taking a record from 1960 something and having fun with it, somebody blowing up your country? People, these are the things that bring somebody here to come after you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And even after us. Think about it. It makes the atmosphere caustic. I know I'm right. Now look at this here. The song came out December 20th, 1965. Watch this. Take December 20th, 2024, the last birthday of that song being created by the Beach Boys. I subtracted it from July 4th. The difference is 6/14. What is 6/14? That's Trump's birthday. You mean to tell me Trump ran a video on Truth Social? Yes. And we subtract the originator of the song from today's date. No, subtract it from when we became a nation, when our fireworks went off, because think about it. You got to associate, that's why I did July 4th. Fireworks. Well, that was fireworks he just showed bombing Iran. The difference is Trump's birthday. Come on, man. Now, look at this here. In Gematria, Barbara Ann comes out to 72. You know 36 is already 3 6s, 666, mark of the beast. 3 6s, 6 3 times, 666. But what is 72? Look at this here. The 72nd day of the year is March 13th. What is March 13th? That's when the Pope became the Pope, March 13th. Do you think it's speaking to Trump? They got funny ways about themselves, don't they? Then look, 3/13/2025, the anniversary when the pontiff became the pontiff, versus 12/20 when Barbara Ann came out, the anniversary, 12/20. The difference is 9/11. That ain't nothing to laugh about. First you're talking about pointing at Trump. Now you're talking about a 9/11. Do you understand? They're playing with us, as far as I'm concerned. They're playing with us. You dropping bombs? You playing? This is suspicious. This is suspicious. This makes it very suspicious. But they know 99.9% of the world is not decoding. This is not fun and games, 9/11. This is on us, people. Think about it. The more you go after somebody, at some point, you make them retaliate. The 9/11 is on us. Do you understand now? Now, Israel became a nation May 14th, 1948. Take May 14th, 2025. They just had a birthday. Here's 12/20, the anniversary of the song, Barbara Ann. The difference is 3/13. There's the Pope again when he became Pope. He's unalived. Do you think they're going to unalive somebody? You think they're going to go after us next? Come on, people. And here you go, Benjamin Netanyahu, the leader of Israel, October 21st. Take his birthday, subtracted from Barbara Ann when it was created, the song. That's 8/4. Barack Obama was born August 4th. And I have a question after I get done with this. Got one more. There's Barack Obama's birthday, receipts. Now check this out. He's your last player involved. It's a universal checkerboard, people. August 2nd. I did a video on him last night. This is his moment. He's coming to the forefront, top of the pyramid soon. August 2nd. Look at this. August 2nd, 2025, his next birthday. Barbara Ann, the anniversary of the Beach Boys song, 12/20/2024. The difference between Vice President's birthday and the song is 7/13. And you know they said Trump got hit in the head in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th. People, what? How am I able to do this? First of all, it's a gift from God. Second of all, I have studied to make myself approved. I've been doing this on and off since I was 17. It's very peculiar how I think. I had to get this mindset from my mom because my mom had a PhD in biochemistry. So I know there was a lot of math and a lot of detailed thinking in that field to have a PhD in biochemistry. Then again, there might be somebody in the gene pool in my family who was crazy about math. But either way, ever since I was a kid, I've been a numbers person. I could run my restaurants from inside my car with a cell phone because I knew my projections. I knew how much to cook toward the demand of the lunch rush and dinner rush. When I saw numbers, I figured out that they spoke. When I got to talking to people thought I was crazy. So I would be quiet. I told you guys, I spent a lot of time in the library and I read. I believe God has had me on a journey. Everybody's got their history. That's mine. But how am I able to pull this apart? Over time, you begin to see the world and understand the fiendish plot. You understand? We can go back and understand how Satan, whether he was at the throne of grace or in the second level of heaven, I don't know. I'm not going to debate that. But he said he wanted to be like the Most High. Ever since that day, what was his mentality? Why did he take a third of the angels? Think about it, a third. That's a third. How many millions of that? How many? I don't know. But that's a number. And God got every one of them out of there like a cancer and hurled them down. That number is as far as east is from west. How do I know? Because the scripture says that Satan goes about to and fro, seeking who he may devour. How many examples in the Bible, Old Testament and New Testament, about demons? There's that one part in the Bible where the Spirit spoke and says there are legions. Explain that part. That part in the Bible where the Spirit says we are legions. Let's see what verse that is. There are legions. Bible speaks of legions of demons. Look at that. Mark. It's crazy. Legions. Multitude. Like an army. What I'm getting at is that God deals with numbers, people. And I would argue and say, in the gift that God has given me with the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, conference, time, conclusion, you cannot get a true revelation without these numbers. Because you have to understand how everything is built. God didn't get rid of the mentality alone out of heaven. He got the number of those that possess that mentality. He had to gut it out so it wouldn't grow again. When he got rid of everyone, when he dealt with Noah, he said 2 by 2, 2 of each animal, X amount of people. God has always dealt with numbers. I have a sun, I have a moon, I have X amount of stars. If you question how God does things, trust me, in time you will get an answer. Because I understand what happened in heaven, because I have watched this thing historical and read enough history and I see a pattern, thank God for the book of Ecclesiastes where it says there's nothing new under the sun, that because things season and cycle, I'm able to understand how kings and queens and dynasties are set up. There is an administration. There is an order. There is a number system. There is loyalty. There are sacrifices and blood sacrifices where they bind themselves to each other. There is an allegiance. Once you understand how this system is put in place, I'm able to say, look, the key players are Donald Trump, he's vice president, Israel's president. I can go into the Beach Boys song, Bob Rand, and think, you know what? Look at the date that it was created of the song. You understand? All these are clues and codes. But look, Barbara Ann has a number. Do you understand? And with the number, I'm able to put it together. I'm able to put the date that the song was created versus the wisdom that God gives me and says, look, if you're talking about bomb Iran, well, when did the bombs go off in America? So we can have our independence. July 4th, everything stopped. And we do fireworks on July 4th, right? So I was able to take that knowledge of July 4th and subtract it from the song date and come up with Trump. So God blessed me with intellect, but I see patterns too. And once I see patterns, and I've done this off and on since I was 17, people, the numbers, it's a system. And I'll conclude like this. I haven't said this in a while, but welcome new subscribers. God got Satan on a leash. What do I mean? He's got boundaries and he's got parameters. And he's got to do X amount of things within a certain period of time, and he can't go through any other generation. He might do a little bit different, but he's repeating the same cycle. And because I know history, I can see it. So think about what I said the last 7 minutes. Rewatch this video and think about what I'm saying. Can everybody do it? Probably not. It's taken me 40-something years, and I've developed this skill. I can see and think how they think and how they see and pull apart what they put together. I hope you understand. God bless.